Picture this. You're trapped at an airport on Halloween night, boarding a massively delayed overnight flight. The cabin is almost entirely empty, completely silent, and bathed in the dim glow of a few scattered reading lights. Naturally, you take advantage. Instead of crowding into the back with the handful of remaining travelers, choosing an isolated corner seat in the front section feels like a rare, unexpected luxury. But that comfort evaporates the moment you look back and realize you're sharing this small, sealed tube with a dead body. A corpse sitting quietly in the corner of a commercial airliner is deeply unsettling. Yet, logically speaking, a deceased passenger is an inanimate object, incapable of posing any physical threat. The actual source of danger on this flight comes from the person walking the aisles, the flight attendant. The investigation shifts away from the corpse and toward the specific, calculated behavior of the flight attendant managing the cabin. Consider the flight attendant's very first interaction with our narrator. Before anything unusual seems to happen, she approaches and asks them to leave their quiet front row seat to join the cluster of passengers behind. In commercial aviation, flight crews rarely ask a passenger to downgrade their seating comfort on a deserted flight unless there is a specific weight distribution issue or a direct safety hazard. She offers no such reason. This diagram outlines a containment strategy. From the original seat, wide, unobstructed sightlines grant a clear view spanning the front cabin. By relocating to the back, those sightlines hit a wall of passenger seats. The front section, including the deceased passenger, is suddenly visually blocked. By moving the only passenger with a clear line of sight, she secured total control over the cabin's front section before the narrator even knew what to look for. The terrified narrator retreats to the lavatory to process the shock. Suddenly, a massive, violent thud physically shakes the heavy door. Keep in mind the specific acoustics of an overnight commercial flight. With almost zero ambient passenger noise and the low hum of the engines, any sudden impact is incredibly distinct. Yet, upon cautiously opening the door, the narrator finds the flight attendant standing immediately outside, calmly pushing a beverage trolley as if nothing happened. The physics here simply do not align. It is physically impossible to stand inches away from a deafening, door-shaking impact in a quiet cabin and fail to register the noise. This leaves us with three distinct possibilities. She has total hearing loss, she is a supernatural entity, or she is deliberately ignoring it. Since she successfully interacted with passengers earlier, we can rule out deafness. Ruling out ghosts leaves us with the only rational conclusion: active, deliberate deception. Her obliviousness is a highly calculated performance. By maintaining a serene demeanor, she attempts to gaslight the narrator and normalize a massive physical disturbance in the cabin. In the immediate aftermath of that door-shaking impact, the flight attendant doesn't say a single word. The silence is thick and chilling. Instead of speaking, she gives the narrator a sharp, intense stare, the exact look someone gives when they suspect they're caught in a lie. Standard flight protocol dictates a clear response here. If a terrified passenger emerges from a lavatory after a loud noise, a normal attendant immediately checks for a medical emergency or a cabin breach. She does none of that. She instantly snaps her gaze away, breaks eye contact, and continues pushing her cart down the aisle to serve drinks in total silence. Abruptly breaking eye contact in a moment of crisis is a classic psychological tell. It signals guilt and an immediate pivot to self-preservation. Her absolute silence confirms her complicity. She knows precisely what caused that bang against the door, and in that brief stare, she was silently evaluating if the narrator knew it too. The narrator spent hours at the center of an orchestrated cover-up. Connecting the dots between the containment, the auditory disconnect, and the guilt response leads to one objective: an active cover-up. Whether she was hiding a murder, a severe mechanical failure, or something else entirely, the what is secondary to the how. This behavioral pattern proves she was never a victim of circumstance. She was the architect, actively managing a severe danger on board the aircraft. She weaponized the most mundane disguise available: routine customer service. By pushing a beverage trolley, serving drinks, and casually asking people to change seats, she kept the remaining passengers docile, seated, and unaware of the reality around them. A corpse is a static, known quantity.
The real danger on this flight was the authority figure weaponizing the performance of routine service to keep the truth hidden.